Respect. It's the currency of meaningful relationships, the foundation of true influence. It is not earned through superficial gestures or empty promises, but through the silence of self-control, the depth of inner fortitude, and the iron will to withstand the storms that rage within us. Today we explore not mere tricks, but powerful Stoic principles that, when embraced, will shape your character into one that commands respect, not through force, but through integrity, resolve, and the mastery of your own mind. In this journey, we will uncover the 6 psychological principles that will grant you respect, not from others, but from within yourself first. And through that self-respect, you will command the respect of anyone, especially women. Let's walk this path together. Number 1. Mastering the inner storm. The art of emotional control. We live in a world that is constantly bombarding us with triggers, emotions designed to sway us, to force us into submission. But to demand respect from those around us, especially women, we must first respect ourselves. And self-respect cannot exist without self-control. The Stoics, led by philosophers such as Epictetus and Seneca, taught that we cannot control the world, nor the actions of others, but we can control our reactions. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To earn respect, one must appear unmoved by the storm of emotions that the world throws at them. Anger, frustration, and anxiety should not be the forces that guide your decisions. Instead, let your actions be dictated by reason and fortitude. When you can silence your inner turmoil, you send a powerful message, not only to those around you, but to yourself. You are no longer a slave to your emotions. You are the master of your own mind. This level of control is not achieved overnight, but through daily practice. Imagine a life where every moment is a choice, where every emotion is subject to your will. The women in your life will take notice. They will respect you not because you demand it, but because you have shown through your actions that you do not need to seek it. True strength lies in restraint. Number 2. Stoic resilience. Weathering the storms of life. There is no greater virtue in the face of adversity than resilience. Life will, without question, throw you into the most harrowing storms. Whether it be failure, loss, or the unpredictable chaos of life, how you stand in the face of these trials speaks volumes. Seneca in his writings warned us that hardships are a certainty. He said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." But the strength we speak of here is not physical. It is mental. It is the unwavering resilience that comes from embracing hardship, from knowing that you are not fragile but capable of weathering any storm. Resilience commands respect, especially from women, because it is rare. When life knocks you down, do you crumble or do you rise? Women respect men who rise. They respect men who stand tall in the face of chaos, knowing that no storm lasts forever. Through your resilience, you show that you are a rock amidst the waves, an unshakable force in a world that demands submission. And let us be clear, resilience is not about suppressing emotion. It is about choosing how to respond. When you choose strength over defeat, calm over chaos, you radiate an energy that women will not only admire but also respect deeply. Number 3. The power of silence. Mastering your words. There is immense power in silence. In a world filled with noise, both external and internal, the one who speaks least often holds the greatest power. As the Stoics knew, words should be measured, carefully considered before they are ever spoken. Seneca again reminds us that the wise man is not one who talks the most, but the one who speaks with purpose. In the art of respect, silence is not a lack of communication, but a signal of control. A man who speaks only when necessary, who does not waste words, exudes an aura of mystery and strength. Women, more than anyone, respect those who do not need to fill the silence with meaningless chatter. They respect those whose words carry weight, whose speech is deliberate and purposeful. To cultivate this, you must practice the art of listening. When you listen more than you speak, when you choose your words carefully and thoughtfully, you show a profound understanding of the world and those around you. This is a sign of a mature and powerful mind, one that does not waste its energy on trivialities. In your interactions, choose silence over defensiveness, composure over hastiness. Show that you are not reactive but deeply in control. Respect is not earned by loud voices but by calm presence. Number 4. The Stoic approach to leadership. Leading by example. Leadership is not about titles or authority. It is about influence, and influence is earned through the consistent demonstration of virtuous character. The Stoics believed that true leadership begins with self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and emperors, said, "If you want to improve, be content to appear clueless or to make mistakes in the eyes of the many, but truly be dedicated to living with virtue." A leader does not demand respect, they earn it by embodying the very qualities they wish to see in others: integrity, responsibility, fairness, and humility. When you live these principles, others cannot help but respect you. This is especially true in your relationships with women. Women respect men who lead not through force or coercion, but through their example. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, when you consistently demonstrate what it means to be virtuous, you become someone others want to follow. Not because you ask them to, but because you have shown them a way worth following. To be a leader, you must first lead yourself. Women respect men who show that they are not only capable of guiding others, but are committed to their own personal growth. The respect they offer is not just for what you do, but for who you are. Number 5, embrace your imperfections. The strength in vulnerability. In a world that constantly demands perfection, it is the courageous who embrace their flaws. The Stoics, in their wisdom, understood that the pursuit of virtue is a lifelong journey, one that does not end with perfection, but with acceptance of one's own humanity. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself, and to master oneself, one must first acknowledge their weaknesses." There is a profound strength in vulnerability. When you can admit that you are not perfect, when you are open about your flaws and weaknesses, you present yourself as someone who is grounded in reality, not a pretender. Women respect this honesty because it is rare. It takes courage to admit your imperfections, to stand in front of others and say, "I am not flawless, but I am striving to be better every day." When you embrace your imperfections, you give others the freedom to do the same. You show that respect is not about perfection, but about the commitment to self-improvement. Your vulnerability becomes a source of strength, not a weakness. And this strength, paradoxically, attracts respect. Number 6, the ultimate secret: detach from validation. The final principle is the most powerful of all: detachment from external validation. The Stoics understood that true contentment comes not from the approval of others, but from within. As Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity," meaning the only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. When you are no longer dependent on the approval of others, you become impervious to manipulation and judgment. Women respect men who do not seek validation from them, who stand strong in their own self-worth without the need for affirmation. This detachment is not indifference, it is self-reliance. A man who is self-reliant and content in his own skin does not beg for respect, he commands it. When you let go of the need for validation, you free yourself from the chains of external influence. You become someone who is authentic, real, and grounded. And that is the kind of person others, especially women, cannot help but respect. Respect is not something you can chase or demand. It is something that must be earned through the mastery of oneself, through the steady cultivation of self-control, resilience, integrity, and self-reliance. As we have explored today, the path to earning respect from others, especially women, begins with respect for yourself. When you embody the principles of Stoicism, when you show that you are not governed by your emotions, that you can rise in the face of adversity, that you lead by example, and that you are comfortable with your imperfections, you will radiate a power that others cannot ignore. Now it's time for you to take action. Apply these principles to your life. Master your emotions, embrace resilience, lead by example, and detach from the need for validation. As you do, watch how respect flows naturally towards you. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to The Modern Stoic, where we delve deeper into the philosophy that shapes the strongest of minds. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how these principles have impacted your life.